Right now at 6, emergency personnel respond to a construction accident turned fatal in Cherokee County.
And we've got a pretty chilly start to the day, even colder tonight. We'll look at that and what we're expecting this afternoon coming up.
Plus, festivities for the annual Maple Leaf Festival are already underway. We'll take you to all the fun.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Noe.
I'm Chris Warner. It is Tuesday, October the 15th.
Yes.
And Maple Leaf stuff, for those who may be new to the area,
Sure.
it's a big deal.
Absolutely.
It's a very exciting celebration. It goes on for an extended period and is capped off with the big parade this Saturday. But over the weekend, anybody got to come up and see? I was judging. Well, I didn't have to judge, thankfully.
Yeah.
I was just emceeing a chicken pageant.
Oh, how was that?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Neither
it was
did
fantastic.
Oh, really? No.
I enjoyed all of the chickens. None of them really, I tried to interview them. None of them
Sure.
really said anything, but one pecked my microphone. And that was probably the best response, because I asked him what he thought about things today, and he
There you go.
just like that. Hopefully your chickens are a little friendlier with you this morning, but they're probably not too happy with how cold it is. Let's start with a look outside. First, from our camera in downtown Pittsburgh, skies are clear. It looks nice, and that's the thing that always gets me about wintertime, is it's so deceiving. You'll have a sunny, beautiful blue sky day, and you look outside and you're like, man, this looks great. And then you step outside and it's like 10 degrees, and it's not nearly as great as it looks. But thankfully, it's not 10 degrees this morning, nor are we close to that, but still chilly out there. Our camera 7th and Rangeline looking good. MoDOT camera 20th and Rangeline. Skies and roads are clear, and same from the KDOT camera just south of Pittsburgh at East 520th Avenue. However, we have this light blue color encompassing the entire area. This is a freeze warning. It goes into effect late tonight, runs through early tomorrow morning, because we could see temperatures at or below freezing across the entire region tonight. So that said, again, protect your vegetation, cover it up, bring it in if you can. Same with your pets. Bring them in if you can tonight, or at least make sure they've got somewhere warm to go. Highs today are not going to be very warm. We're also going to be dealing with a northeast wind at 10 to 20, gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour at times. It is cold to start. 46 in Joplin, sitting at 41 in Pittsburgh. And around the region, we've had some upper 30s, still have them back. Fort Scott, Iola, both into the upper 30s. The majority of us, low, mid, and upper 40s. Oh, Miami now has fallen back a little bit, 39. Kids getting on the bus, they're going to want that jacket. They're going to want it when they get off the bus too. Low 40s, east breeze 5 to 10, clear skies. Clear skies when the bus brings them home. Not much warmer. Low 60s, upper 50s out there, and of course those gusty northeast winds. Highs today, some of us will cap out right here into the upper 50s. Majority of us should at least make the low 60s. Couple of clouds this afternoon, otherwise sunny skies. The cool weather is going to stick around a little bit longer, and then it's going to start to get warm once again, because it is the 4 states. Details on that in the full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
Chris, thanks. Well, emergency personnel responded to a fatal construction accident yesterday in Cherokee County. The incident happened around 10:56 yesterday morning, involving an excavator and a semi-truck. Now, the excavator was unloading material from the semi, and a piece slipped, falling off the opposite side of the trailer and hitting the driver of the semi. Authorities list the victim as a 50-year-old male.
Had hauled the material here for, was unloading it. He was out. He was just the driver of the semi. So the company was unloading the semi, and some of the material shifted and caused it to fall off the opposite side of where they were unloading it, where he was standing, and smashed him.
This is a developing story, and we'll have more details available on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com, when they become available. And to be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, you can download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. The annual Maple Leaf Festival in Carthage, Missouri is entering its 58th year after being established in 1966. Now, according to the Carthage Chamber of Commerce, the Maple Leaf Festival originally organized as a marching band competition. After that first-year success, the festival began to grow to help celebrate the entire community. Now, the Chamber of Commerce says they work hard to help showcase the original traditions of the Maple Leaf Festival, all while creating new ones.
it means a lot, I think, not only to us, but to the community as well, to carry on those traditions. And we're happy to do it and keep doing it and reinventing the wheel and trying out new things and hoping that those things that we do now carry on those same traditions 50 years from now.
You can find a full schedule of all the activities the Maple Leaf Festival has to offer on our website. Well, Julie Reams also talked about another event at the Maple Leaf Festival, Touch a Truck. From 5 until 7 yesterday evening, parents could bring the kiddos out to the Carthage Square where they could explore, climb, and touch some of the big trucks and heavy equipment the city has to offer. Reams said the event serves as great fun for kids and Carthage businesses alike.
Opportunity for businesses to come out that have big trucks and service trucks, let kids get an up-close look, personal touch, feel, honk the horns, just so they're not afraid or find a new profession.
And as we mentioned, the schedule for all the activities of the Maple Leaf Festival is on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, if you saw some older military vehicles on the road in southeast Kansas yesterday, your eyes weren't deceiving you. The historic military convoy is making its way through the area. The group spent time at Miners Hall Museum in Franklin and the Crawford County Historical Museum in Pittsburgh.
This is our salute to our military, and what this being our parade across the U.S., it really gets everybody excited about the contributions that the military has to us.
If you didn't catch them yesterday, they'll be at Big Brutus starting at 3 p.m. today. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes coming up on the KOAM Morning News. FEMA resumes door-to-door recovery assistance operations in western North Carolina after reported threats. Plus, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump put the focus on key swing states. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Tuesday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back, but first, here's a live look from Central Park in Carthage ahead of this weekend's Maple Leaf Festival. Topping Nation Watch this morning. Holiday planners, listen up. If you're using the U.S. Postal Service for shipping, here's what you need to know. For delivery by Christmas Day in the United States, USPS recommends that packages are sent no later than December 21st. That's for Priority Mail Express service, which is faster and usually costs more. The less expensive options like first class mail and ground service must go out by December 18th. First class mail must go out by December 18th, and the cutoff for ground service is December 16th. Well, new analysis has found the Boeing strike has so far cost the company nearly $5 billion. Not a single plane has been worked on at the production facility in Everett, Washington since 33,000 members of the International Association of Machinists walked off the job a month ago. The Anderson Economic Group says workers and shareholders make up the bulk of the losses. Airlines are also feeling the pain. Now, Boeing customers have lost $285 million since the strike started, according to the analysis. Talks between Boeing and the striking workers broke off last week after 2 days of federal mediated negotiating. Well, FEMA has resumed its door-to-door service to Hurricane Helene victims in western North Carolina. The Ashe County Sheriff says some FEMA operations were paused in the county out of an abundance of caution Sunday. Now, the County Emergency Management Office says it was due to threats in some counties. The pauses came amid a backdrop of misinformation about responses to recent storms. A credible threat from William Jacob Parsons drove the decision for FEMA to pull back its on-the-ground staff from going door to door. Now, the 44-year-old North Carolina man was arrested over the weekend and charged with a misdemeanor related to threats against FEMA. He's since been released on bond. Well, today, the top presidential candidates are continuing their swing through multiple battleground states with Election Day now 21 days away. Vice President Kamala Harris is in Michigan, while former President Donald Trump will hit an economic event in Illinois before rallying in Georgia. Both candidates made a rare same-day appearance in the same state, Pennsylvania, yesterday. Jared Hill has more from New York.
It's good to be back in Pennsylvania!
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump,
to the people of Pennsylvania, I love you people, I know you so well,
put the focus on key swing state Pennsylvania Monday, while addressing top issues like the economy.
We're going to get interest rates brought way down.
Under our plan, we will lower the cost on everything from healthcare to groceries.
In Erie, Harris took swipes at Trump over a comment he made over the weekend, suggesting that the military handle political rivals, which he referred to as the enemy from within, on Election Day.
Donald Trump is increasingly unstable and unhinged, and he is out for unchecked power.
At his town hall in the town of Oaks, cut short after multiple attendees fainted, Trump courted suburban women.
When millions of people pour into our country, they're having a devastating effect on Black families and Hispanic families more than any others.
Harris has unveiled new proposals aimed at shoring up support from a key voting bloc, Black men.
Black men are no different from anybody else. They expect that you have to earn their vote. And that's why I'm out here doing the work that I'm doing.
Yesterday, she kicked off a series of Black media interviews and led a conversation at a Black-owned business. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Today and tomorrow, the vice presidential candidates will hit the campaign trail in Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, a group of more than 200 doctors and healthcare professionals, many of them Harris supporters, have written an open letter calling on former President Trump to release his medical records. And that's a look at some of today's top national stories. Here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, Skywatch Storm Tracker this morning is clear aside from a few clouds out there in the northeastern portions of our area and our far northern counties. And that's really how today is going to be, although it is going to be much cooler today. Well, look at your forecast when we come back.
With Halloween approaching, one Houston couple wanted to make a really big impression with their decorations. They built life-size 40-foot pirate ships complete with a captain, cannons, and a treasure chest, and a few surprises. Amanda Henderson shows us their creation.
I don't care who I have to cut down.
Halloween decorations are going up all across Houston, proving once again there's really no time quite like the holiday season.
I remember when I was a kid and I would, there was that one house, right, that you would go to and it really left an impression on you. We're hoping to be that one house.
On Jake Massell and Braxton Kirwan Street, you'll see standard and unique decorations.
Here behind me, I got a 40-foot pirate ship.
Jake and Braxton have been planning this design since June while traveling to their wedding.
We were waiting for our next flight and we started looking at ideas for Halloween, and I said, what if we did pirates?
The idea quickly turned into an authentic, life-size pirate ship, complete with a captain, cannons, treasure chest, and a few surprises.
They'd have the sights, the sounds, even the smells from the wood, and that would really give them an authentic experience.
Their family even flew in to help, everyone putting in 8-hour days over the past week to make it all happen.
Who doesn't want to build a pirate ship once in their life?
The couple has done themed decorations for the past few years, a tradition they feel is important to continue after moving to Houston in 2021.
This particular neighborhood was hit really hard during Harvey.
The couple's neighborhood sits right next to Buffalo Bayou.
When you're having to decide between putting a new kitchen in your house from the flood or you're choosing to decorate for Halloween, well, the kitchen's going to win.
It's why when you roll up to the couple's home, they hope everyone gets some joy out of what they've created.
They're really excited about it.
Well, certainly a fun display there. Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got a pretty chilly start to the day today across the region, and it is going to be even colder tonight. Well, I'm going to look at your forecast when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 6:21 now on this Tuesday morning. We do have this to show you first. These are freeze warnings across the entire region, and they'll go into effect overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And that is because, of course, we could see temperatures at or below freezing overnight tonight. So if you've got vegetation, it's a little bit sensitive, maybe some plants, try and cover it up, bring it in if you can. And same goes for your pets as well. This could be a bit of a shock to some of them because we've been so warm over the last couple of weeks that this kind of cold is not going to be good for them. So bring them in if you can. Make sure they've got somewhere warm that they can go as we head into the overnight hours tonight. Future track, again, maybe a cloud or two late morning, early afternoon. Otherwise, sunny skies. And you see those wind arrows really hauling out of the northeast. And that's because we're going to have northeast winds 10, 20 miles an hour, gusts upwards of 30, maybe even a pinch higher than that. So if you're driving high-profile vehicles, keep that in mind. Additionally, it means we're going to have to be dealing with some wind chills out there as well, something we haven't had to talk about yet this season. But it is going to be chilly, and it's going to maintain that as we go overnight. Now, the winds will ease up overnight tonight, but it will still be cold. Many of us into the low to mid 30s out there, and a couple of upper 20-degree readings are absolutely possible. Now, with that said, it's going to be a little bit chilly tomorrow as well. Winds a little bit calmer out of the east out there, but otherwise cool. Sunny skies, and despite that sunshine, it'll be late in the afternoon, early evening before we actually reach our daytime highs tomorrow. And as we head into Thursday night and Wednesday night into Thursday morning, another chilly one, but not nearly as cold as it'll be tonight. We'll be into the upper 30s and low 40s, and we'll be a little warmer for our Thursday as well. Again, it'll be a slow warm up with those southerly winds, though. Temperatures getting a little closer to normal with the upper 60s and low 70s. Right now in Joplin, again, it is cool. 46, feels like 43 with a northeast breeze at about 6 miles an hour. We're starting to see those winds already picking up out there. And around the area, take a look at Fort Scott, 36 degrees, 39 in Miami. Those are the two cooler spots, but most of us not much warmer, low, mid, and upper 40s as we start this day. On the average, low 40s to start, sunny skies, few clouds late morning, upper 50s by 11 o'clock. As we head into the afternoon, highs today, some of us topping out in the upper 50s. Most of us, though, should at least make the low 60s out there. And again, breezy with sunny skies. Clear through the evening, mid-40s by 10. Freeze warning again tonight as we fall back into the low 30s. We will start to warm up slowly. Low 60s tomorrow, 70 by Thursday, mid-70s Friday, the two near normal days for us. Heading into the weekend, we do have the Maple Leaf Parade on Saturday. It's looking to be pretty good. A cool start out there into the 50s, and the highs this weekend pushing close to 80. Still looking at some rain chances as we head into Monday across the area. And then next week, unfortunately, we start going back above normal, upper 70s and low 80s. But thankfully, at least at this point, we're not looking at any 90-degree readings over the next several days. That is a check of your forecast. Now we're going to send it over to Elise with Health Watch.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, many countries could cut their rate of premature death in half. A study out of Duke University recommended governments invest in childhood immunizations and low-cost prevention for diseases, tuberculosis, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. The authors say if more countries followed these recommendations, a person born in 2050 could have an 85% chance of living to age 70. Well, use of the life-saving drug naloxone is growing, but not fast enough. Naloxone is used to reverse opioid drug overdoses, and it can be used by anyone, even without medical training. Now, a study from the Ohio State University found the use of the drug by bystanders rose more than 40% between 2020 and 2022, but still in 96% of cases, it was being used by emergency workers. And more cyclists could wear helmets if they were provided with a free one and given education and periodic reminders. Now, a study in Denmark looked at why cyclists don't wear helmets, with the most common reasons being because they didn't own one or they found them inconvenient. But rates of helmet use increased after cyclists were given a free helmet and information on how much they prevent injuries. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, a U.S. Senator drops in on a restaurant in southwest Missouri.
And we've got a pretty chilly start to the day out there. A cool afternoon and a freezing overnight. Details coming up.
Plus, medical students at KCU Joplin get hands-on training with revolutionary new AI equipment.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's just about to be 6:29. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is Tuesday, October the 15th, by the way, for those of you keeping score at home. And right now, October-type temperatures, October-like temperatures are winning the battle this morning. If you're keeping score on that, it is pretty darn chilly. Now, that nice?
It really is. I had to bring out my coat
this
morning.
And that's the thing. I was going to look for mine yesterday, and I didn't.
Well,
we moved, and it's one of those things that got stuffed somewhere.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know where. We moved in the summer. It was 110 degrees when we moved. My coat was the last thing on my mind. That needs to be the first thing. At some point, I'll remember to get it, hopefully before tomorrow morning, because it's going to be downright freezing. And we mean that literally. Let's take a look first outside, though, with our camera in downtown Pittsburgh. Looks pretty good. It is cold. Looks are a little deceiving this morning, but the skies are clear. It's a nice start to the day, aside from the chilly temperatures. Same from our camera at 7th and Range Line in Joplin this Tuesday morning. Heading over to the MoDOT camera at 20th and Range Line. Looks good as well. And we'll head to the MoDOT camera. 69 East 520th Avenue, folks, getting their day underway on what is a cold day, and it will be an even colder night tonight as we have freeze warnings that go into effect overnight tonight and run through tomorrow morning across the region. And that, of course, is because temperatures could be at or below freezing. So you need to bring in the vegetation that you can, the plants that you can, cover the ones you can't, and your animals. Again, this could be a bit of a shock to their system, considering that just 3 days ago, we were breaking records in the 90s. You want to make sure they're inside or at least have a warm place that they can go. We're also going to be breezy today. Northeast winds gusting upwards of 30, maybe a cloud or two late morning, early afternoon. Otherwise, clear skies. And again, relatively cool temperatures today, colder tonight. 46 in Joplin right now, and we are sitting at 42 in Pittsburgh. And across the region, we've had 30s out there already this morning. 36 in Fort Scott, 39 in Miami. Those are the two cool spots out there. The rest of us low, mid, and upper 40s as we get this Tuesday underway. So kids, gonna want that coat this morning, or at least a jacket of some sort this morning with this cold start. Low 40s, clear skies, east winds 5 to 10. And again, they'll start to pick up this morning, gusting upwards of 30 out of the northeast. Still clear when they come home, but look at that, only 61 degrees. And with winds gusting like that, it's gonna make it feel a lot cooler to them. So make sure they've got that jacket. Make sure you do too. Even though the sun will be shining out there, it will still be chilly. Couple of clouds again, some of us as well, topping out about here for highs, especially our northern counties, only into the upper 50s. The rest of us should at least make the low 60s, but we'll start cooling down again this evening and then eventually reach those points of freezing across the area. We're having another look at your forecast, talk about this cool weather, how long it lasts, and when it starts to warm up again here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, a crowd of people gathered in Joplin in support of U.S. Senator Josh Hawley yesterday. Senator Hawley visited Fred and Red's Diner to meet with supporters. He shared his perspectives along with his disapproval of the way illegal immigration is currently being handled. He also shared his views on the upcoming election, including the changes he hopes to see.
There were 20 days to go in this election, and my bottom line is we can't go on like this for another 4 years. I mean, the Democrats, Kamala Harris, my opponent, Kuntz, they've just wrecked this country, and we got to change direction, and that's what this is about. That's what this election's about.
Senator Hawley attended the event with his wife and children. Well, KCU Joplin looks to revolutionize medical education with a new AI-guided training curriculum. The training is geared towards the use of ultrasounds for patient care. The university says students will be well prepared to capture high-quality scans and apply these critical skills from day one. In turn, patients benefit from more accurate diagnoses and improved bedside care.
So it really is a game changer for us. We have a large medical school. We're the 5th largest medical school in the United States. I'm just one professor. It'd be very difficult for me to teach 400 students without AI. But with this, I can give them the basics, and then they literally can learn themselves.
Dr. Arndt says the university is the first in the U.S. to use AI in this type of training. Well, Copperhead Island offers a wide array of activities for the whole family. This includes mine golf, hay rides, a mechanical bull, and a corn maze. There's even something for those who want to take a risk and explore the haunted trail. The unique name stems from when the owners first visited the island in the middle of the pond. A heads up penny was found and they took it as a sign of good luck for their vision of the property. You can check out their Facebook page for a list of times they will be open, including their haunted trail. Well, the city of Baxter Springs, Kansas held a ribbon cutting ceremony to celebrate the completion of a large-scale mural yesterday. Now, the mural, which takes a look at the history of Baxter Springs, covers the entire 100 by 12-foot wall of the Waterworks plant building across from the Baxter Springs High School. Now, the artists behind the mural, father and son team AJ and Jordan Wood, were selected for the job back in April. City leaders say they hope this serves as the first of many murals for Baxter Springs. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Hardware wholesaler True Value has declared bankruptcy, saying the move will put it in a better position for the future. And we have a cool and mostly sunny day today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Sky Watch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back, but first, here's a live look from Central Park in Carthage ahead of this weekend's Maple Leaf Festival. Consumer Watch this morning. Fall is one of the best times of year for travel with lower prices and smaller crowds. Now, travel sites say this is also when you need to think about finalizing your holiday plans. Wendy Gillette reports from a conference in Perth, Australia, looking ahead to upcoming travel trends.
Fall is the time to travel. From leaf peeping to a tropical weekend getaway, fall brings travelers some of the best deals of the year. Right now, we're seeing that fall airfare is very affordable. Hopper says that breaks down to about $240 for an average domestic round-trip flight, 4% lower compared to pre-pandemic fares. Some of the best deals are to Charleston, Denver, and Miami, with round-trip flights averaging less than $100 from many U.S. cities. If you're planning to fly for Thanksgiving or Christmas, the travel site recommends buying now before Halloween. Holiday prices today are at the lowest they're going to be, and availability is its best. International flight prices have also dropped around 30% from their summer highs, averaging around $700 round trip to Europe compared to $1,000 just a few months ago. Lori Best, who has dual citizenship in the U.S. and Australia, took a long-haul flight from New York's JFK earlier this month.
I'm initially going to Singapore. That's about 19 plus hours flight, and then down to Perth in Western Australia.
Western Australia is a popular destination this month, the host of this year's World Travel and Tourism Council's Global Summit, where travel leaders discuss the state of the industry and future trends.
People are really looking for experiences. They're choosing, instead of to buy things, to actually go on travel and see things they've never seen before.
Tourists visiting Western Australia experience a diverse mix of sea, sand, including at the pinnacles outside Perth, and sound. Travel throughout the entire country has almost recovered after the pandemic.
We're sitting at about 86% of where we were, so we've still got a little way to go. but we can see that milestone on the horizon.
It's really a pleasure to be here.
At the Global Summit, where former Secretary of State John Kerry served as a keynote speaker, it was announced that tourism this year is set to surpass pre-pandemic levels, accounting for over $11 trillion of global GDP, about 10% of the world economy, all adding up to a 2.5% boost for travel from 2019. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, Perth, Australia.
A hardware wholesaler, True Value, has declared bankruptcy and says it will sell itself to competitor Do It Best. The Illinois-based company says the move will put it in a better position for the future. True Value also says it will continue providing products to the more than 4,000 independently owned retail locations that it serves. Well, Microsoft has reportedly settled an antitrust lawsuit brought by gamers challenging its $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, maker of the popular Call of Duty games and others. Well, the games had alleged in the filing that the deal would limit competition and raise prices. The details of the settlement have not been released. And something big is coming for Whopper and ranch lovers alike. Burger King and Hidden Valley Ranch are collaborating on a big dip cup large enough for customers to dunk their sandwich or other food items in the ranch sauce. Now, the big dip cup will be available in select cities starting October 16th. Customers can track when and where they will be available on Burger King's website. And that's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got a pretty chilly start to the day out there, starting with our camera in downtown Pittsburgh. Sun is beginning to rise. Skies are relatively clear, and it is, again, cool. Our camera at 7th and Range Line in Joplin looking pretty good as well as folks begin to get their day underway. We'll head over to the MoDOT camera at 20th and Range Line. Again, a few more cars on the road, and of course here before too much longer there will be a lot more cars on the road, and we're looking pretty good from the KDOT camera at 69 East 520th Avenue, of course just south of Pittsburgh. All right, here's what we've got to contend with. Freeze warnings across the entire region. These will be overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, and that is because we are going to expect, well, you guessed it, freezing temperatures. So again, if you got plants or anything outside that you can bring in, do so. Otherwise, get them covered, and same with your pets. Make sure they have a warm place to go, or better yet, bring them inside. Today, gusty northeast winds at about 10 to 20, pushing 30 miles an hour at times. Maybe a few clouds late morning, early afternoon. Otherwise, sunny skies. Despite the sunshine, though, temperatures struggling to warm as we head into the afternoon. Many of us upper 50s, low 60s across the region ahead of, again, those freezing temperatures tonight. 46 right now in Joplin, 44 in Pittsburgh, and across the area we've got 30s out there as well. 37 Fort Scott, 39 Iola, 38 in Miami. The rest of us in the low, mid, and upper 40s. As kids get on the bus this morning, they're going to want that jacket. They're going to want it when they come home too. Low 40s out there, clear skies, east winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And when they come back home, low 60s, northeast winds again 10, 20, gusts upwards of 30s. So wind chills are going to be something we're going to need to contend with today also. We'll have another look at your forecast and talk about the warm-up that's on the way here in just a moment. We're also going to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries, but first, here's what's happening on CBS Mornings.
I'm Nate Burleson. Welcome to CBS Mornings. Oscar and Emmy winner Kathy Bates will be here in studio to talk about playing the lead in the new CBS drama Matlock. Plus, actor Zoe Saldana will be here to discuss Lioness and the highly anticipated movie Amelia Perez. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
All right, time for some Tuesday birthdays here in the 4 states, and we are beginning in Fort Scott with Kingston Coyen celebrating birthday number 3. Happy birthday.
And a happy 5th birthday to C.R. Scott in Quapaw.
And Kay Jobanian in Arma celebrating birthday number 14, says Mama loves you and hopes you have a wonderful birthday.
And over in Pittsburgh, a happy 19th birthday to Madison Richardson. It says here, happy birthday, Mama loves you so much.
And we've got Emily McPherson in Frontenac celebrating birthday number 25. Says happy birthday from your husband, Hunter, Jackson, Elizabeth, and all your family.
And a happy birthday to Tessa Clark celebrating birthday number 53 in Columbus. It says love from the grandkids, Leo, Summer, Augie, Blakely, and all your family.
And we've got Bryce and Sarah Davis in Columbus celebrating their first wedding anniversary. I'm sure many more to come. A very happy anniversary to the Davises.
And celebrating their 53rd anniversary in Jasper is Dale and Sandra Earl. Happy anniversary.
And we've got Steve and Lila Slinker celebrating their 55th wedding anniversary in Lamar. Happy birthday, or anniversary, my goodness. Well, still, when your birthday comes, happy birthday as well.
And a happy birthday to Carolyn Finch in Neosho.
And our very own Leona Sherwood celebrating another year wiser. She's one of our accountants, helps keep things running around here. There are a number of folks behind the scenes that keep things running around here. Leona, one of them. We're very thankful for you and a very happy birthday to you as well.
And last but not least, happy birthday to Mike Podesek in Cherokee.
All right, that was another great list of birthdays, anniversaries out there. And of course, if you want to celebrate with us, Elise has the information you need to know.
Absolutely. Go ahead and submit your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays@KOAMnewsnow.com. Be sure to include those photos and messages and to, of course, meet the deadline that you see there at the bottom of your screen.
It is absolutely essential to meet that deadline. And we're going to start now with a little tour around the area, around the metro region. We're taking our first look from our camera downtown Pittsburgh. Got a few clouds out there this morning, mostly clear skies. Otherwise, look at the colors. Look at that sunrise. Just looks absolutely gorgeous. Also looks great from our camera at 7th and Range Line. Again, if I step this way, there's a couple of clouds here and there, but otherwise clear skies and the colors. Again, just a beautiful start to the day. MoDOT camera, 20th and Range Line. Again, looking back to the south and west, looking good. Got folks getting their day underway. And of course, before too much longer, you won't be able to see the road because there will be so many people driving out there. KDOT camera, 69 in Kansas Crossing. Looking good this morning as well. And one more stop, the KDOT camera just north of that at East 520th Avenue, of course, just south of Pittsburgh. Also looking great as we get this Tuesday underway. We do have freeze warnings across the entire region. Now, a quick reminder, we have 5 different National Weather Service offices that cover our region here, cover this viewing spot. But either way you paint it, freeze warnings tonight into early tomorrow morning. And that, of course, is because we're looking at temperatures at or maybe even a little below freezing tonight. So you need to make sure you cover up any of those sensitive plants outside or bring them in. And same with your pets. Make sure they've got a warm spot to go, or better yet, bring them inside. And the big concern with the pets, too, is the fact that this could be a bit of a shock to their system. I know we've had some cool days here lately, but just a few days ago, we were into the 90s, breaking records across the region. This is a significant cool down of about 60 degrees. So make sure that they are staying warm. All right, future track into this afternoon. Wind arrows really rolling out of the northeast, and that's because those winds will be sustained at 10 to 20, but we're talking gusts upwards of 30, maybe a little higher, and again, maybe a stray cloud or two as we head into the afternoon. Otherwise, sunny skies, and again, temperatures are going to be cool out there across the region, so wind chills are going to be something else we're going to have to contend with. Again, tonight, temperatures falling into the 30s, many of us low 30s across the area, and a couple of upper 20-degree readings. Not out of the question as we start our Wednesday, because we are starting cooler. It's going to be a little bit longer to warm up. We got low mid-50s across the region as we head into the noon hour on our Wednesday, and eventually we will make highs maybe a degree or two warmer tomorrow than what we're expecting today. Wednesday night into Thursday, it'll be another chilly one, not nearly as cold as tonight, but still upper 30s and low 40s as we head into Thursday morning. So again, another slow start to the day in terms of warming up, but with southerly winds starting to roll in, temperatures will eventually climb much warmer than what we're expecting today and tomorrow, upper 60s and low 70s. Quick check of temperatures out there right now. We're sitting at 46 in Joplin, slight wind chill of 43, but that's with that northeast breeze at 6. But as those winds increase, that wind chill will decrease, and it's going to feel a little bit cooler out there. Across the area, we've had 30s this morning, still got them. Fort Scott at 37, Iola at 39, 38 in Miami. The rest of us, though, not much warmer, low, mid, and upper 40s as we get this Tuesday underway. Again, low 40s to start, sunny skies, few clouds by late morning, and we'll be pushing into the upper 50s by 11 o'clock ahead of those highs again Not much warmer than that. We'll go over the full forecast with you and talk about some warmer weather that's on the way here in just a moment. And when we switch over to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., we're going to hear how one woman is not letting her disability stop her from achieving her dreams.
And here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Emergency personnel responded to a fatal construction accident in Cherokee County. An excavator was unloading material from a semi-truck when a piece slipped, falling off the opposite side of the trailer and hitting the driver of the semi. Authorities list the victim as a 50-year-old male. A crowd of people gathered in Joplin in support of U.S. Senator Josh Hawley. The senator visited Fred and Red's Diner to meet with supporters. He shared his perspectives along with his disapproval of the way illegal immigration is currently being handled. He also shared his views on the upcoming election, including the changes he hopes to see. And the annual Maple Leaf Festival in Carthage, Missouri is entering its 58th year. According to the Carthage Chamber of Commerce, the Maple Leaf Festival originally organized as a marching band competition. Now the Chamber of Commerce says they work hard to help showcase the original traditions of the Maple Leaf Festival, all while creating new ones. And that's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
And as you head out the door, chilly to start and not much warmer by this afternoon. Upper 50s, low 60s for our highs, and northeast winds gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour. Freeze warnings across the entire area tonight. Clear skies through the evening, and again at or a little below freezing for our overnight lows tonight. We will be cool again on our Wednesday, low 60s. Then we start to warm up a little closer to normal Thursday and Friday. Then we go above normal into the weekend. So at least for the Maple Leaf Parade, we're looking pretty good though. Sunny and upper 70s. Rain chances on Monday. Temperatures remaining warm next week. Upper 70s, maybe even some low 80s out there.
Alrighty. Well, coming up today at noon, we're making butternut squash fritters in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. After 2 hurricanes slammed Florida, could the rest of the country see homeowners insurance rise? Next on CBS Mornings, Jill Schleichinger explains how climate-related disasters could impact your wallet.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, students at KCU Joplin are taking a new approach to learning with the help of AI.
Also, Charlene Patton in the studio with another incredible recipe. We also have Rafi and Donian here with another historical lesson, because you got to learn.
Yes, and learn we do when he comes to visit.
We certainly do. You never have a day where you're not learning. If you suddenly stop learning, something's wrong. You got to learn something every day. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us for now. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.